Hi, I'm Steve, and today I'm going to be unboxing this. It's a Gigabyte ultra durable Z77-HD3. So let's talk about why they call this the HD series, like their Wi-Fi series and other series of motherboards. The HD basically symbolises that it has HDMI, DVI and D-sub. It has all the standard outputs. The HDMI being their flagship output. They're really proud of that. You know, it's a standard thing now, but yeah, well. So let's have a look at what other features this motherboard has. So the HDMI supports 3D, 3 dimensions, playing in another dimension. Supports all the Intel Core series as well as the Celeron and the Pentium processors. They will also work in this, I think. Pending 3D BIOS. I'll phone the courts up tomorrow and invent one of those. Also has a dual BIOS, UEFI, whatever you want to call it. So it has 2 BIOSes. If one fails, it's got a backup BIOS. You're covered. And unfortunately, it's Windows 8 ready. There's not really much more I can say about it apart from the humidity protection. Protects against humidity. It's also got ultra durable feature, which means it handles static discharge a lot better than other motherboards. So it is a great board for beginner builders, because if they're not clued up on static discharge, you know, they're less likely to damage something on here. So it is pretty basic in what you get. However, I went for this one because you do get the 8-pin CPU connector to unlock, overclock and, you know, push processors. It's also got crossfire support, no SLI support at all. It's crossfire. You'll find all the cheaper motherboards only have crossfire. I have no idea why that works like that. I think crossfire is obviously a cheaper platform to run on. 333 onboard acceleration, USB 3, USB power times 3 and Sata 3, oh yeah. So it's got Sata 3, 6 gigabit a second. It's got USB 3, as we know, and high temperature protection. Gigabyte uses all solid caps, capacitors and low RDS on MOSFETs, which are rated to work at high temperature, providing extended component lifespan. Now, Gigabyte motherboards may be cheap. This one retails on the internet for around £65. So they may be cheap, but they are very, very reliable motherboards. They're very good, and their technology is proven. They tend to not go over the top with what you get, but you know your motherboard is going to serve you a very, very good time. I know people who have been using Gigabyte motherboards for years, and they just keep going. Their value range is unbeatable compared to anyone else, especially Foxconn. So inside the box, what do we get? 2 SATA cables. 2 SATA cables. Now, in fact, before I throw them away, throw them over there. You get, in each pack, you get one with both straight ends and one with L ends, 90-degree angle ends, to allow for tricky situations. You get your user manual, multi-language one. Have a look at that. So now I know everything about the motherboard. Let's get to the back plate. I don't like that whatsoever. But as I said, it's a cheap motherboard. You know, you can't expect too much. Ignore that. The back plate doesn't have no colours on the back. It's just plain and simple. Your installation disc. Intel 7 series utility DVD. Comes with all the drivers and I think Norton. I'm not sure if it's the 60-day or the full 1 year go. I'll update on the thing about that. Guide de parametre blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's another language. Another multilingual installation book. So let's have a look at exactly what we're after here. The motherboard. This is, don't think this has been opened. No.
There's scissors up there.
Yeah, I'll grab some scissors. Got a technical difficulty here. So let's have a look at what exactly we got. So let's take the motherboard out of its bag. Whoa. Don't like that. So the cooler for the CPU regulators isn't actually cooling much up there, but it's not fixed on very well. It just wobbled about. So before I go to use this, I will probably take that off and reapply some thermal paste to that, so it's stuck down well. So you got your 4 memory slots, dual channel. If you got 2 sticks of RAM, you want to either put both of them in the white or both of them in the blue. Simple as that. It will run dual channel. Your memory will be slightly faster. So here we got the socket, the little removable clip pops off. That's your LGA 1155 socket. So we'll just pop that straight back on there, so somewhere like that. Like that. What that does is it allows the socket to keep in one piece, all the pins straight and everything. So you got your Gigabyte cooler there. Nothing too fancy, but nothing unstylish and horrible. You got your USB 3 front panel header there. You got fan, a CPU fan, system fan, another system fan. So you're covered for fans there. The 8-pin CPU connector, which allows for overclocking, and your standard 24-pin power supply connector. Now you got your 2 graphics card slots. Now I'm sure that's PCI Express 8 and that's 16. Yeah, PCI times 4, PCI times 16, then 2 times 1. So that one will run slightly slower if you're going to crossfire. I wouldn't bother, to be honest. If you're going to do anything, just get a decent card. You can still use these ones for other things like TV tuner cards that you can plug into these. You plug it into there and it'll still fit in nicely. So just think of it as you've got 3 of them slots. One for your graphics card. If you do have a PCI Express Gen 2 graphics card, for some reason you want to mount it close to the bottom, you can do that. Not going to affect your performance, unless it's PCI Express 3. I'm not sure that's PCI Express 3. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up. Your 2 legacy PCI slots for older things like RAID cards and stuff. TV tuner cards, modems if you're still in that age. Communications port, audio, USB, and your front panel headers. You got your SATAs here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 6 SATAs there. 4 of which are SATA 2, and 2 of which are SATA 3. Now, I don't know what else I need to explain about this. Probably the back panel. Let's have a look here. Gigabyte have fitted this with little covers so you don't get confused if you have a graphics card. Oh, and look at that. It's a Foxconn HDMI port. You got your back USB 3, USB 2, USB 2, legacy keyboard mouse, your DVI, VGA, HDMI I just mentioned, and your Realtek HD audio, which is powered by that little Realtek chip there. Realtek, yeah. Notice that one there, tell a lie, that one there. So, there you go. Oh, it is PCI Express 3, so there is that. So, a £65 motherboard for entry level gamers, all the features
90.
you want.
90.
60. So, I would recommend this to anybody who's looking to start up a gaming PC build, possibly wants Crossfire. You know, it's a nice board, full size. I can't find any faults with it, anything to pick with it. It's a very nice little motherboard. So, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to rate and subscribe.